There's something absolutely unique about breaking a record or making history. Samuel Nwajagu is that individual who has made history, becoming the first African, let's break it down, the first Nigerian to win Mr. International. Now, he competed with individuals across 47 countries to emerge the winner. And so today we'll have a chat with Samuel, a close-up chat, to find out what exactly went through his mind when he was named the winner of Mr. International. My name is Estelle Melu, and this is Rapid TV.
Hello guys, my name is Samuel Nwajagu, Mr. International 2024.
First off, I would love to know when you decided to start pageantry and why you decided to go into pageantry.
Okay, well, I started pageantry 2 years ago. But before I tell my story of pageantry, I also like to give more like a personal story. Okay, growing up, I've always struggled with one thing, which is completing something. Okay, I mean, I've overcome down the fear of trying. I'm not afraid to try something new, but I always struggle to completing things when I start them. So it has been a big struggle for me. Started from me wanting to be a medical doctor. And at the point of getting admission, I switched to engineering. So many things. Started a couple of businesses. And, it's as if maybe before the time I'm about to succeed in it, something like that, I kind of drop or maybe lose interest. So when I started pageantry, that same struggle came into. So I was more like, I am in, I'm not in, I am in, I'm not in. Then after some time, I decided that, okay, you know what? If this should be the only thing I would, go all in life, then let it be it. So with that motion, I went into pageantry fully, and I'm happy with the result. So when I was crowned down that day, the first thing I told myself is, Samuel, congratulations, at least in your entire life. This is the one thing you've actually given your full best. And if you can give your full best in something, you can see how good it can turn out. So it's a very big encouragement from me too.
Samuel, I love that you're telling me your personal story. And because I know there are several persons out there struggling with the same thing you're struggling with, and this would be some sort of inspiration to them. But I'm going to ask you just to go a bit more personal. What was that experience you had that made you say, you know what, for this one, I'm going all out for it? What was that experience you had?
Okay, well, there's I'll say disappointments. Reading books and seeing people excel. We hear when people will be like, you have to be resilient. If you decide that you want to do something, like go on with that thing, do it, give your full best and stuff like that. That most times we actually quit before we succeed. So hearing those words over and over again, there was even this point whenever I enter social media, it's like the kind of contents I see. So it was more like the universe is trying to like talk to me about this particular thing I've been struggling with. So when I started that pageantry, that same struggle also came in, but I'm happy that I'm able to overcome that struggle, and I'm happy with the results today.
Samuel, isn't it fascinating that within 2 years, you broke a record, you made history? How does that make you feel? I mean, I don't want to hear the generic, I feel good. I mean, how does that make you feel? Do you sometimes lay on your bed, reflect, and it makes you, get emotional?
Yeah. I've cried so many times and I feel fulfilled. I feel very, very fulfilled because getting here, as in, it wasn't an easy process. I mean, everyone is seeing the result now, the congratulations, the clappings, and everything, but it wasn't an easy process. Okay, competing in Masters of Nigeria was actually my first introduction into the pageant world. I had no experience whatsoever. Even then, self, I barely even watch pageantry because I'm always business inclined or stuff like that. Okay, so Concluding the Masters of Nigeria, I learned so many things. I kind of discovered myself better. No more Anambra man, business, container this, container that, that kind of thing. But it kind of taught me that there is a lot of different things. There are different things in life. Like life comes with so many opportunities. Just have to kind of pick up something and give your best in it. So competing in Masters of Nigeria taught me a lot about myself. The things I thought I couldn't do, acting. I discovered my talents. Yeah. Then I used to run away from talking to people. Even camera, I used to run away from camera. Yeah.
It's interesting that you ran away from camera and now it's camera chasing
So
you.
actually, yeah. So there's a lot of things too.
You just mentioned now that you're going into acting.
Yeah.
Is that something that you see you intend to pursue in the long term, or it's just for now? What exactly are you doing in that area?
Okay, well, okay, just a secret I'm telling you and everyone. So I've done something too. Okay. So when I came back, the opportunity came, and in as much as I was scared at first, I was now like, okay, this was my competing in pageantry gave me that mindset that that is your first doesn't mean that you won't go there and make a difference. So I went into acting fully. Yeah. So still learning along the way, but I'm happy with the progress so far. Coming back, I've done like two, and I'm still hoping for more to come.
I love it. Well, you made mention of the challenges that you faced. It wasn't an um, easy thing for you to achieve. And trust me, nothing, absolutely nothing good it comes easy.
So,
If it comes so easy, trust me, it wouldn't last. But talk to me about some of the challenges that you faced
cool. Well,
and how did you overcome
overcome it.
them?
Okay. Well, the first challenge was because I've conquered it is self doubt. Okay. So self doubt in the sense that because growing up too, I also come from an environment where, they always see success in a whole different way. So they believe like success should be, let's say, if you're going to school, yeah, career wise, if you're in business, if you're, so most times success is kind of defined in a particular kind of way. So whenever someone is doing something different from what everyone is doing, person is kind of be like, oh, you won't make it, or something like that. So I've always, had that in me. But at some point, I had to like even change environment because, of course, for you to, or change is uncomfortable, but it's necessary. For you to be able to do something different, you need to, first of all, shift yourself from a space where that is not appreciated to a space where it is appreciated and it is encouraged. So that was more like my first step. So I changed the environment. So after changing the environment, the second thing that comes after is now change your mindset. It's now time for you to like unlearn the things you've been used to, be able to accommodate the new change. So it wasn't easy. I mean, sometimes you kind of snap back to who you were before and something like that. So it wasn't an easy process. But one thing is that I'm committed to that growth and development. So even when I snap back a little bit, I kind of find myself back and yeah. So yeah, so that's how it has been.
So you just made mention of the family where you come from and maybe your background where you come from and how they see life. Um, talk to me about talk to me about what happened to you and how your family received it when you decided that you wanted to go for Mr. Nigeria and when you eventually went for competed point Mr. International. How did your family receive it?
Okay, well, honestly, at first, because at that point, I'm also a student at that point. So my parents, yeah, supportive, but at the same time, they don't want me to be distracted too. They'll be like, "You are in school, why not finish your education?" I mean, then I'm also in my final year at that time. So they were like, "Okay, you can at least wait till you graduate, then you can now pick this new field, something like that." So I understand their own perspective because it's not everyone uh is not everyone is not able to like manage
Yeah.
different things at the same time. So I understand their own perspective. Okay. So, but one thing I'm thankful for is completing the Masters of Nigeria. So there you are given like series of tasks and stuff like that. So all those things are designed to like help you learn how to manage time, learn how to manage different things at the same time. So them seeing the results in other areas of my life kind of gave them that assurance that, you know what, I can juggle both, I can handle both. So afterwards, they have been very, very supportive so far till now.
I love it. What do you think made you stand out? Contesting for Mr. Nigeria and then going to the international level. Now I understand it wasn't just you, there were myriads of people. But what was that thing for you? What is that thing you believe in that made you, amongst others, you stood out?
Okay, well, you asked about one thing, but for me, I'll say three things actually, which is first is grace, grace of God. Second is preparation. And the third thing, the people around me. So grace of God, of course, yeah, God has been good and it's still good. Preparation means that from completing Masters of Nigeria, we already prepared for what's next. Already prepared. So when I entered into the international stage, it was more like, okay, I was writing a mock exam in Masters of Nigeria. So right now, I'm now writing the actual exam. So when you look at me and look at the rest, everyone is prepared, of course, everyone did their thing, but you always see that difference because you bring so much to the environment. Like the difference is there. So I also believe too that character, personality, and other things too also speaks for itself. Secondly, too, I also believe that the organization also has something they also look out for in kings, and I'm very very happy that amongst all the prepared kings from all over the world, they see that virtue that they need in me.
When you were named the winner, what was the first thing that went through the mind? Who was the first person you reached out to?
Okay, it feels like I start to is my manager. Yeah, because at some points, when I even started, a lot of persons didn't actually believe in me. Like so many persons did not believe in me. Like they always like more like find faults in everything. Of course, but my manager has always believed in me from the first day. From the first day, so he has been encouraging me, guiding my steps and everything. So when I was with the international Nigeria, so I was now like, finally, we made it. We made it because I'm not alone in the journey. So I'm very, very happy that all our efforts are not in vain.
Did you see yourself winning? So it's different when you contest, when you get into that, when you get on that platform, one, it gives you exposure, some sort of networking connection. And whether you win or not, you've gotten the exposure that you need and you've gotten some sort of networking. But did you really see yourself winning the crown of Mr. International?
I'll say yes.
Mm.
Reason because I read a lot actually. I read a lot of books, motivation, or anything. I just love reading. So there's I've forgotten the man who said this, but it was not like he said something like, when you want to be something, first of all, write it down and tell yourself that I am this. And after saying you're this, next thing you now do is walk like this person should walk. So I started making my research from 2003. That was first Miss International um, edition. So 2003, 2004, I was just going through them. I'll write 2003, I write the name of the king. I wrote down everything till 2024. I kept it open. So I I was the self-doubt kicked in again. I was like, Samuel, there, like this, there's never been an African, that has win this. You look, you see Asians and other continents, but an African, I've never seen. Like I didn't see anyone. So I was not like, are you sure this thing is worth it? Are you sure you're going to do this? So one day my manager came again. He also after our discussion that day, he was like, you know what, Samuel, you win this. So I took in that message. I went home. I looked myself in the mirror. I said, Samuel, I win this. And I took my pen and I filled that gap with my name, Samuel Nwajagu. So from there, I started working as a Mr. International would work. What does being Mr. International mean? I found that meaning. I started working that way and I'm happy.
Talk to me about having one person, because that is just your story. You had the self doubt, but you had one person who believed in you. Talk to me about literally everyone, the importance of having that one person that believes in us.
Yeah, well, it's amazing. It's amazing because, you know, like I said earlier, what actually sometimes our environment kind of influences us to either do better or kind of not do better. So having one person who supports you like is amazing. I used to say you don't need to have 10, just one person is enough because I mean we are humans. Sometimes you'd be like, sometimes you don't even believe in yourself. Most times is that there are times that you'll be like you're 100%. You know, I believe in myself, I believe in myself. And some other times might even be 10%. Yeah. So at this point is where people around you kind of come in because they'll be like, I mean, I believe in you. I trust in you. You don't have to give up now. You've been working on this so many years, the sleepless night. You shouldn't give up. Even if you don't believe in yourself, you believe in you. Even if you don't want to do it for yourself, do it because of us. Something like that. So it kind of gives you a different flow to keep on pushing. So imagine when you add that encouragement to the one you have yourself. So you see, more like
So,
it's just yeah, see one, yeah, it's just you there, or there are a lot of forces behind you.
walk me through one moment that you felt like giving up, Samuel. What happened?
I gave up the first day I picked the form. The same. I gave up. So when I saw the form, a lot of things came in. I was like, and even yeah, some personal things I would like to say at this moment. Go when I picked that form was at the lowest point in my life. Like I was struggling a lot. Like different things were just going on in my life. So I was not like why am I adding another stress to my life? I mean, even if okay, the things I'm going through at that moment are things that I can handle, let's say personally. But this one now involves you to I'm not just carrying representing yourself, this way representing people. Yeah, representing people. So the self-doubt was so much. Not like how can I carry people when I can't even carry myself? You get. So that was the thing I was, thinking at that moment. But then again, I found courage. I found courage and I took on that responsibility. I told myself that I don't need to. I have very, like a quote which I resonate with, which is you don't have to be great to start, but start to be great. You don't need to know everything, but just start and keep on learning as you go. So that has been my belief, and I took in that belief so much. I picked up the responsibility, and I'm happy with the way it has turned out. Yeah.
Samuel, it's one thing being Samuel. It's a completely different thing being Samuel, now Mr. International. And so, do you at any point deal with pressure of you wanting to, that people expect that you would have certain level, certain kind of personality or persona? Sometimes the pressure is so much. They expect you to look certain way. They expect you to speak certain way. They expect you to, do certain things. Sometimes against your will. But how have you been able to, juggle both of them and ensure that you do not lose yourself while trying to be that person that people, quote and unquote, expect you to be?
Okay, well, every responsibility comes with pressure. Every responsibility comes with pressure. Then, but what you focus on grows. Okay. So there will be a lot of comments from behind. Do this, do this. You don't have to do this. Why did you do this? You look like this, you look like this. So, yeah, as much as it's good to take criticism, especially when they are constructive, it's also good for you to focus on the bigger picture because no one, it's just you and the people around you don't understand where you're actually going. Might actually be going into something like your journey might actually be different from what people are thinking. People will always like talk to you based on their own understandings. As long as you know where you're going, the people around you knows where you're going, just keep on going. Focus on the work. And when there are some areas that you need to work on, that's where having supportive people around you comes in because they know you. So they know when you mess up and they will always correct you. So when you focus on that, it kind of reduces the pressure because you know where you're going and you know the things to actually work on.
On a final note, Mr. International, what next for you? I know that's the question a lot of persons will be asking. What next for you?
Okay, well, I have a couple of projects that I'm working on. Yeah, with time to be visible. Secondly, I so look forward to, I think, higher education. Yeah. Then another thing too is I'm already into the entertainment industry. So I see myself, okay, in the entertainment industry doing so many things. So right now I'm trying as much as I can to make use of this opportunity. Yeah. While at the same time inspiring people who are looking up to me.
It has been an absolutely thrilling time talking to Samuel and just getting to know the emotions that run through him. This is where we'll let the curtain fall on today's episode of Rapid Mates. My name is Estelle Menu. Keep watching Rapid TV.